Assalomu alaykum hurmatli talabalar. Siz bilan Mavzu nomidagi O'zbekiston Milliy Universiteti Xorижий filologiya fakulteti Ingliz filologiyasi kafedrasi o'qituvchisi Жалалова Феруза Normurodovna. Fanimiz chet tili o'qitishning integrallashgan kursi. Ruxsatingiz bilan darsimizni ingliz tilida davom ettirsak. Dear student, today's topic is how do people learn language? Before starting our lesson, please give your opinion on the following quotations, like, without knowledge of languages, you feel as if you don't have a passport. The next one is, a different language is a different vision of life. Okay, dear student, what do you think about these quotations? Can you give your opinion? Of course, knowing more than one language makes one a better person. It improves cognitive function, helps understanding cultures better, enhances ability to connect other people more easily, as well as upgrades academic and life skills. In this slide, we can see some learning habits. Are there any which you frequently use? Just look through them. So, if you like to learn language more effectively, you should be more. Okay, dear student, what do you think this more abbreviation stands for? The more abbreviation stands for motivated, opportunistic, reflective, and experimental. Let's talk about them a bit. Motivated quality. Think why you're learning and how you can benefit from it in the future. Make specific and personal aims. Look for exercises and tasks which you find motivating, and find the language area or topic you want to learn. The next one is opportunistic. Jump at every opportunity. You have to practice the language you are learning. Find somebody for a language exchange, and immediately try to use a new language. For example, it can be a word, a phrase, new grammar rules. Try to use them in conversation or in writing. The next one is reflective. So first let's understand what reflect means. Reflect means thinking about something deeply and carefully. So, reflective quality. Reflect on what you have learned and what problems you have had. Pay attention to your mistakes. Don't dread them, but really learn from them. Pay attention to your classmates in your teacher's language, and try to notice positive language patterns which you can imitate. And the vital thing, know your strengths and weaknesses. The last one is experimental. So, take language risks and avoid your comfort zone. When you're learning a new phrase, try to use it as soon as you get the chance. Try out with different exercises and learning strategies, and identify the one which works best for you. Okay, dear student, can you explain the differences between learning language and acquiring language? Children can acquire language through a subconscious process during which they are unaware of grammatical rules. They repeat what is said to them, they just acquire their first language. In order to do this, they need a source of natural communication. Language learning, on the other hand, is the result of the direct instruction in the rules of the language. Okay, dear student, how do you easily learn new things? By hearing them, by seeing them, or when you move or touch. Okay, people who learn something through hearing are auditory learners, and people who learn something by seeing are visual learners, and people who learn something through moving and touching are kinesthetic learners. And dear student, what is your learning style? Now, let's talk about the learners. Visual learners prefer to take in information using charts, maps, graphs, diagrams, and more. Instead, visual learners learn best when information is presented using patterns, shapes, and other visual aids in the place of written or spoken words. The next one is auditory learners. This learning style describes students who learn best when information is heard or spoken. They benefit from lectures, group discussions, and other strategies that involve talking things through. The next one is tactile or kinesthetic learners. Kinesthetic learners learn best when they can use tactile experience and carry out a physical activity to practice applying new information. Role-playing can help them learn and remember important ideas. Okay, dear student, no matter what learning style is, it's very important to be involved in class. Always participate and link classroom experience to the outside world. Relate class concepts to your own life and ask feedbacks and offer criticism. And always stay on task. Keep an open mind. There are many ideas beyond your own. Just explore it. And never ever forget, all life is learning. It never stops. Now, dear student, it's time to do some activities. Our first task, correct the spelling. Please pause the video, then do the task. Then we will check. Okay, dear student, let's check. The first one, would. Second, really. Third, imagine. Fourth, means. Fifth, spatial. Sixth, amazing. 7, anything. 8, better. 9, understand. And the last one is moment. Okay, dear student, it's your home task. What do you think the best way to learn grammar, pronunciation, spelling, writing, speaking, and vocabulary aspects? Or, for example, grammar. Practice with a lot of exercises and try to do as much as possible. Or pronunciation 1. Listen to native speakers' pronunciation and try to repeat after them. Or sing the songs. Or you can even record your voice and work on your mistakes. The next one may be writing. Start from the smaller things. The first write some ideas, then paragraphs, then essays. Or, for example, vocabulary part. Write down new words and use them in sentences, and etc. Please, dear student, think about the best ways to learn these aspects. It is the end of our lesson. Goodbye and see you.